This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. I knew that it would take white people to get arrested and to be treated the same way that blacks are treated by the police department for them to understand what we've been saying for years. And for years, white people always back the blue. But now, white people are filing for unnecessary force and police brutality because now police have turned on them. And as I said, it's just funny because this is something we've been talking about for years here in the black community. And the jokes that people have made about it for years are still ringing true today.
Cops put a hurting on your ass, man, you know. They really degrade you. White folks don't believe that shit, don't believe cops degrade. Oh, come on, those beatings, those people are resisting arrest. I'm tired of this harassment of police officers. Because the police live in your neighborhood, see? And you be knowing them as Officer Timpson. Hello, Officer Timpson, going bowling tonight? Yes, nice pinto you have. Niggas don't know them like that. See, white folks get a ticket, they pull over. Hey, officer, yes, glad to be of help. Here you go. Nigga got to be talking about, I am reaching into my pocket for my license. Because I don't want to be no motherfucking accident.
See, what white people don't understand about racists is a racist is just mean and evil, and they don't care who they hurt. You know, they would hate to hurt another white person. But if you get in the way, hurt is what you will get. It seems as if when black people talk, people don't want to listen. But when black people get fired up, not everyone wants to sit down and talk. Well, now we don't want to talk because we've been trying to talk, have some type of dialogue, but you didn't want to talk. So now it's time for action. I mean, for as long as I can remember, people of my race been trying to have this talk. During the civil rights movement, they didn't want to talk. You had to have the riots. You had people like James Brown, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Why would he have to make a song like that? Move on up to the 80s. Public Enemy redid the song. Fight the Power. Why would they have to make a song like that? Then here it is, 2020. They remade the song again, Fight the Power. And why are they still making these same type songs? Because the same things are happening. I'm disgusted with our so-called leadership. You know, we don't have none. These people have been placed there. These black politicians and people that have been involved in civil rights, you know, what has been done during all this time? What has black people as a whole accomplished? What have we gained financially? We don't have nothing. And what is the use of all these black organizations that get funds? What's the use of having these organizations? Is this as far as we have gotten? Always at the starting block. Always got to get mad and sick and tired of the mess before somebody will want to listen. And as usual, someone comes and tells black people to quiet down. We're going to go to court and see what they're going to say. And as usual, nothing is done. 10 or 20 years, we'll be back at this same point again. During this George Floyd protest, they've muddled up so much they're trying to cause confusion. You got the Black Lives Matter, you got these gay folks and all these little organizations trying to piggyback on to cause confusion within these groups. All these people are on their own agenda, but not on the actual black life agenda. These people, like these gay black people, they're thinking solely about gay black people. But the average black person thinks about all black people. We just don't pick and choose which black people to help. We want to help all black people. But these gay people want to solely help gay people. And who's with that? That's separatism. You have these Me Too movements. They're solely about women, not about the black family. What good is that? This is all part of their confusion tactics to keep black people from moving forward. Because instead of us dealing with the racists, we have to deal with these people within our groups who are causing confusion for the racists. When we shouldn't even be addressing these people, we just should ignore these people, move them out the way, and keep on addressing the issues that we are addressing, which is the problems with systematic white supremacy and racism here in America. You know, as a black man, I don't have to holler and scream, straight Black Lives Matter. Hey, man, I know what I am, and I don't have to prove anything. But it's getting to the point now where these other groups, these people, need to be told, hey, man, y'all need to back up off of our groups. If you want to get your thing going, get your own thing going on. But don't use us to get there. And we need to start telling these people that we are not involved with these groups, especially like when they have these protests. They should let it be known, hey man, look, we are not involved with these other groups that are trying to piggyback on this group. We are here for solely one reason. That is for the upliftment and the betterment of black people. Now they talk about this LGBT stuff and all this here, Me Too, we don't have nothing to do with that. The problem I have with a lot of black people that call themselves speaking for black people is that they don't want to tell it like it is. They're scared to step on toes. They're scared to offend people. If you're speaking the truth and what you says offends people, so be it. You look at the social media now, Facebook and YouTube as well. They block a lot of channels. They blocked my last channel. Blocking Minister Farrakhan, not because he speaks evil, because the man is speaking the truth. And the truth hurts them. They don't want to hear it. It pricks their heart, and they just can't stand it. So they just rather try to block you from hearing it too. But you can go right now, you can post all the nudity that you want. They don't find that wrong. But when you speak about the bad treatment that we black people receive from white people, and the monstrous things they do, and we post the history of that, we get blocked for that. You know, I remember when MySpace was the big thing. So eventually, YouTube and Facebook and all the rest of those things will be yesterday's news. And something else will take its place. Something that is more inclusive and that is more transparent. I had to go to the store today to pick up a few items. And there was this black guy and he was stocking. Kind of had a little conversation. And when I was on my way out the store, he's like, all right, man, be cool, man. Be careful out there at school. And it's a shame that it's gotten to this point to where, hey, man, we have to warn each other to be careful out on these streets because we don't know who is killing black people. We don't know what this whole deal is about. So when I leave my house every day, I have to be careful of my surroundings. And this is at all times. When I put into some store, getting out and get ready to park, I don't know what kind of idiot is going to come out and to approach me because when you look at these Karens and Beckys and all these other people that call the police on black people for no reason, every black person is pretty much saying to themselves now, when is this going to fall in my lap? Eventually, some white person is going to try this on me, and we just don't know when this is going to happen. I don't know what my reaction might be. I don't think it's going to be a good one, but I'm just hoping that I just don't have that experience. I hope that some white person will come try to bother me with that kind of foolishness. So like the guy told me, I'm telling all black people, hey man, be careful out there. Protect yourself. I'd rather somebody say, there he go, than there he lay. Make sure you're not the one that's being laid out. You know, and one thing I was thinking about my young brothers today, is how you wear your pants. And if you should happen to have to run, hey man, I don't care what you try to say, how you can think you can run fast in those pants hanging down to your knees. No sir, you cannot. That's why a lot of youngsters get caught when they try to run from the cops these days.
And they got them dogs that sick on your ass, right? Them German shepherds and shit. Nasty motherfuckers, right? Some places they got them Doberman pinchers. Them some bad motherfuckers. They fast, too. Now, they catch the average white boy. By the time they catch a nigga, though, they too tired to do anything. Right? Maybe get petted or some shit like that. You try to run him off? Sit your ass right there, man. Won't get on. You all right? I saw him let one loose on a young brother about 16 in the alley. Police jumped out the car and sicked the Doberman loose on him. The brother was low running. He was down in here. And the dog was on his ass. And it must have got good to the brother because he shifted into overdrive on the dog. Yeah, the brother had a cap on. He just went. And it looked like to me like the dog said, shit. Motherfuck that nigga, man. Shit, he gonna kill me out here. Shit. Give me a biscuit, shit.
A lady once told me that truth is often told in jokes. When Richard Pryor made this joke about cops and the chokehold that they use on black people, people in the audience laughed. But that was back in the 70s. And here it is, up in the 2000s. They are still killing black people with these chokeholds. And it ain't funny.
Police got a chokehold they use out here, though, man. They choke niggas to death. That mean you be dead when they through. Right? Did you know that? Wait, the niggas going, yeah, we know white folks. No, I had no idea. Yeah, two grab your legs, one grab your head, or snap. Oh, shit, he broke. Can you break a nigger? Is it okay? Let's check the menu. Yep, page 8, you can break a nigger right there. See? Let's drag him downtown. Okay.
The biggest problem that I see with policing is that cops that know that they are brutal don't want to be held accountable for their actions. No one wants to get in trouble, and no one wants to be punished for the things that they did wrong. When you was a child, you did wrong. You didn't want to get punished for it, but you did. And some of these cops act like overgrown children, and they need to be punished. More than punished, they need to be spanked. No, more than spanked, they need to be whooped. Since the police are talking about laying off the job or calling in sick or whatever, people in these communities should have community policing. Have you some men at the main entrances in your neighborhoods, armed, and check, don't stop cars, but at least write down these trains' license plates so that if something happens, at least you have a license plate to go by. And hey, we just had to pick up the slack where these police are trying to leave a void to prove that we need police. We need police, but not the bad ones. And I know it's going through the mind of these bad cops. They are trying to prove that the world needs us. They'll need us. Watch. They'll come begging us back. But you are wrong. It is going to be proven to you that the world does not need you. And the world will go along without you. There was a police department before you got there, and there will be a police department when you leave. This is a message to all my black people. Now is not a time to let up. We have not gotten anything. We have to keep pressing and keep pushing because we have a lot of ancestors that are counting on us because, hey, we represent people that some of them didn't make it, but we did. And we have an opportunity to do something that they would not. That is to bring freedom to our people.